Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we would do a Chanel handbag collection. That's right. I recently saw one of these videos and I thought to myself, oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I should do a collection of my Chanel handbags. And then I counted them and realized that I have 19 Chanel bags. I have to say I was quite shocked at the amount of Chanel bags that I actually own because I didn't really think I had that many. I mean, you know, I use them for various different things and, you know, they're always on rotation. Anyway, and I even got rid of a whole bunch last year. So let's get right into the video and have a look if any of these bags I can really get rid of. Okay, the very first bag I have in my Chanel handbag collection, this is not in any particular order, guys, because I get so many bags in, I can't even keep track. So just bear with me. I've tried to group them sort of in styles to make it a bit easier for you guys to view them. First one is the very classic, iconic Chanel classic flap. Yes, every woman needs a bag like this. This one, I have to be honest, does not get a lot of wear. I do not reach for this bag, and I think it's the structure and also the fact that it doesn't have a top handle. For me, it's just not really practical when bags don't have top handles, and when they're kind of really rigid and structured like this, I find that I tend to not grab them because of that reason. But anyway, this one's just the classic black lambskin with the gold hardware, absolutely gorgeous. The double flap and the beautiful burgundy lining, quite dark burgundy lining on the classic flap. This is, I think, the size 26 centimeter, 25, 26, which is the, I think, medium. Next, we have another classic flap. This gorgeous yellow, lemon yellow color. This one's also in the 26, the medium size. This is a newer style for last year. This came with the rainbow hardware, which I really love. I think there is something definitely very special about the rainbow hardware. I think I might have to show you some close-ups if I cannot show you properly. It looks very purple, yellow and purple. In reality, on screen, it doesn't look so much like that. This one has the classic pocket on the back, just like the other one. It's exactly the same. To be honest, I probably reach for this one more than I reach for the black one. However, I don't reach for it that much because I find the color a little bit too light for me. And also, the fact that there's no top handle. It's also got the gorgeous blue lining, the CCs on the inside, just beautiful. These really don't get the wear that they should, and a part of me bought these because they are so popular, and a lot of people around the world say that you really need one of these in your collection. This is a classic. If you're gonna start a handbag collection, start with this bag, etc. I just don't reach for these. I just find them quite boring and not that practical. The flap is kind of annoying, the double flap, having to get in and out of that. I don't know how necessary that really is. And also the fact that there's no top handle makes this bag a little bit unusable. I will say though that this kind of piece, this yellow one in particular with the rainbow hardware, is kind of like an art piece for me. I find them very unique and rare, so I sort of like to have these in my collection even if I'm not using them. I know that sounds strange, but it's one of those special pieces that I just would love to just own. So that's why this one is still sitting there, but no guarantees that it will still be sitting here next year. You guys know I do a bit of a clear out once a year, so yeah, this might be in there, not sure. Next we have the Trendy Cc. This was my very first Trendy Cc, and I have to say I absolutely love this bag. I think this was my very first Chanel purchase from, you know, my very first Chanel bag, I should say. I remember buying this at my old house and I only started my collection then. So yeah, but I have worn this bag to absolute death. I love it so much. I love the structure of this bag. I love the fact that there's a top handle. I love the accordion pockets. I love the Chanel bar at the top. I've actually added a little jazzy dash hound on the as a bag charm. I found these on AliExpress and I just thought they were so gorgeous. So I purchased that. And then inside it's the CC here. It's all like a really nude color, really neutral. It's in really good condition considering I have used it to absolute death. This is one of my most worn bags. There's a tiny bit of wear at the back, very tiny, but really not that noticeable. I absolutely love this bag. The next is another Trendy Cc. I'm showing them all together, guys, so you guys can see the collection. This is my Pearlescent, Iridescent finish leather Trendy Cc. I find this bag so special just because the finish, the camera does not do it justice, I have to say. You guys have probably seen this video, but just the finish of this leather is stunning. It's got this, it's kind of like champagne pop. If anyone remembers the Becca Cosmetics collaboration with Jaclyn Hill, and she did champagne pop as a highlighter, and it has this kind of blush, shimmer, gold, you know, nude kind of undertone. This is kind of what the finish of this bag is like. It does not look white at all, but on camera it does. It's more of a cream, champagne, rose gold type of finish, but it's just beautiful. I just love it. I haven't worn this one that much. I find it a little bit hard to style, I will be honest. I think I'm trying too hard when I'm trying to style this bag. I think basically what I should do is just wear it with anything. Wear it with jeans, wear it with something really casual like what I'm kind of wearing today, a t-shirt and a denim skirt. I think that would work really well. I sort of have been trying to dress it up a little bit more, and then I find that I feel too dressy because I'm dressed up and then the bag is dressy. So I find that if you wear something casual, you can kind of tone the bag down, which kind of helps it match outfits, I find. Okay, the next trendy is this green, mint green version. I have to be honest, out of all my trendies, this is my regretful purchase. I don't normally regret a lot of bags, but this one just doesn't hit the mark for me. The color is off. I don't tend to grab it at all. I find it really hard to style, and I don't know. I think maybe I'm just not into this one that much. This one also has the silver hardware. Maybe that's another reason. I normally love silver hardware, but I don't know. I just find this bag a little bit drab. And my last trendy is this gorgeous black trendy with the larger quilts. I have to say, this is my favorite trendy. Did I say that about the nude one? I know that I really like the nude one. I've had that one for the longest time, but this is my most recent purchase of the trendy, and the quality is exceptional on this bag. It is so good, guys. Out of all 4 trendies, this is by far the most exceptional quality. The only thing about this seller is that they don't stock a lot of colors. So if you're wanting something different, unusual, they're probably just going to have the most popular colors. That's why this black one was available, and I believe grey was also available, which I would absolutely love because I think the grey, I've had my eye on the grey for a really long time. Maybe preferably in the silver hardware. This one's in the champagne hardware. Just even the leather, the shape, how this feels, I mean, the structure of this middle pocket. I just think this bag is absolutely gorgeous. You can't go wrong with this in a black. I mean, this is so classy. This will last me forever. I just find the structure so good in this one. It doesn't even have anything in it. It's got burgundy lining, the CC logo here. It doesn't even have anything in it, but the structure is still perfect, which on my other ones, the structure kind of disappears and gets all soft on the sides, and it doesn't sort of hold its structure on the sides. But this one, this next bag was a little bit of a surprise because I'd never sort of seen it around. It wasn't super popular, and it's the Chanel, I think this is called the twist handle bag, twist handle flat bag, something like that. I had a viewer tell me the name of this, and people have been seeing this in store, I think about 12 months to 24 months ago. So it is an older style. I got this one last year. I love the styling of this. I love the big chunky handle. I love these rings that also hold the flap, and you can take, sorry, they hold the strap, and you can actually take the strap off if you wanted, or you could take off the chunky handle. I love the look of the chunky handle. The only thing about this is that it weighs quite a bit. So what happens is when you put this on the shelf, it will tilt forward, always tilt forward, if you don't have enough weight in the bag. So when I have it on the shelf, I have to turn the handle back to the other side. So I absolutely love this color. It's a real Kelly green color, really, really bright. And I actually prefer this one to my mini flap in the green, which is that one there, because the coloring is better. Okay, I was talking about the green mini flap bag from Chanel, and this is the one I was talking about. I've added an Hermes twilly on the top of it, and I absolutely love it. This style is one of my favorites. I absolutely love this, nearly as much as I like the Mini Kelly. You guys know I'm such a fan of the Mini Kelly. I find it the perfect size for just running around. If I quickly wanted to go out to lunch or brunch, or if I wanted to do some errands but I didn't want to carry a lot, if I wanted to go out to dinner and I didn't want to carry a lot, they are the perfect bags. This is in the same line. It just has different styling. So this bag doesn't get as much use as I would like, and the main reason is this blue shimmer. It has a blue shimmer, a pearlescent finish on the bag. You might be able to see it there. And for me, I don't know, it's taken me a while to grow to love this color. I thought from the photos, when I saw the photos of this, I thought it was just a flat green, which I really, really like. Just like the last bag, you know, it's a flat green color, but this has sort of pearlescent finish, and it wasn't sort of what I was wanting at the time. However, the size of the bag, the shape of the bag, the functionality of the bag is all amazing. Absolutely love this style, which is why I bought it in another color. But this one has the top handle and the strap. I really think they should make these straps detachable with little clips, just like the Mini Kelly, because I find that sometimes you just want to hold it and you don't want this strap. If you're going out to dinner or something, I find the straps can really get in the way. So that would be a lot better. There's also like a, I don't know, there's like a little metal tab here, so it's not like it would be that difficult to design a clip because the metal piece is already there to clip it onto. So you can see there's a metal piece here, so all they have to do is detach this chain and put a clip and then attach the clip to that. So they've already got the metal piece there that will hold a clip. But anyway, what do I know? I do not work at Chanel or the design team. But yes, this one has the flat pocket at the back. Really, really love this style, and I love it so much I actually am thinking about getting it in another color, maybe a neutral or a black or something. I do have a few black bags, so I probably don't need to do that, but we'll see. We will see what comes my way this year. Alright, the next one is another mini flap. This one is in the silver caviar leather. So the last one was a lambskin, the green was a lambskin, and this one is a caviar. To be honest, I prefer the lambskin for finish. I think it's beautiful, it feels really nice, but the caviar is more durable. So the caviar has been out and about with me quite a lot, way more than the green. And there is not a scratch on it, there is not a mark on it, it doesn't look a day old. This one I've actually tucked the strap in to the body to show you kind of how you can hide the strap, but seriously, they can just, you know, come up with a clip sort of function. This one has silver hardware. I absolutely love silver hardware with the silver finish of the leather. I think it's really cool and modern and clean looking, so I find this bag really, really fun to use. I always have to be really careful whenever I'm styling this because I don't want it to look like I've got a space outfit on. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Imagine girls with silver boots. I find that it can look like you're like an astronaut in a space outfit. So I always have to be really careful when I'm styling this. And I still sort of haven't worked out the best kind of colors and styles of clothes that would suit a silver bag like this. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. This one is exactly like the last. It just is all leather on the inside, which I absolutely love. I think the fact that you're paying so much for these bags, it really peeves me sometimes when you open it and it's like a canvas lining or something like that. So the fact that this is full silver leather lining on the inside is amazing. There's a slip pocket and a zip pocket as well. And I have put a Louis Vuitton scarf on this one, just because I didn't know what to do. So I thought pink and silver, really, really cute. What do you guys think? Okay, my next bag in my Chanel handbag collection is the Coco Handle. This is my second Coco Handle. I actually gave the other one to my mother. The first one I got was very classic. It was quilted pattern along here. It was gold. It was that antique gold hardware. It had a lizard handle, a pink lizard handle, and was absolutely gorgeous. Very kind of mature, I thought. And when I had the opportunity to repurchase, I thought, you know what? I would love this in an all black with black hardware. And this is called the So Black Coco Handle. So this is exactly what I got. I added this chain that I bought. I'm pretty sure this is from like AliExpress or somewhere cheap like that. When I saw this chain, I thought that would match this bag and would look quite cool. So because without it, it's kind of plain. So I added this chain, which I really like. Matches the hardware perfectly. This matte black hardware, it's not matte, it's not ruthenium, it's a lot darker, it's even darker than a gunmetal. I would say it's a black hardware, which I think that's what they say at Chanel. This one is in the Caviar Leather. This is in the larger size of the two. I think it's a 23 is the smaller here, and then 28 is the larger, and this is the 28. I find the 23 so small. I don't even think you'd be able to fit a phone in it, which really bothers me. This one has the slip pocket at the back, which you can fit the phone in. This one is fabric lined, so beware. And it's got the burgundy. It's got the two compartments. It's got a lot of pockets, slip pockets and zip pockets. There are 2 zip pockets and 2 slip pockets. I do find this bag hard to get in and out of, which is why I don't use it very much. It's very kind of tight up the top because of the way that the bag kind of is narrow here. So I find it a little bit annoying. I also find the handle kind of, when you're opening it, it's like this structured handle that, you know, doesn't go away. So that's the downside of having like a hard handle like this, is that it's got to go somewhere when you open it. But apart from that, I love the edginess that this So Black kind of brings. It's black on black. It's really kind of inspired me to buy some other black on black items. So yes, I'd like to really use this bag a lot more, but I haven't. What I really like about this bag is that you can detach the strap. So if you don't like the strap hanging, you can just carry it by the top handle, which I think is really, really good. And it's a really structured style, but with the top handle it works, and it kind of fits quite a bit. Like, this would be a great work bag, just an everyday work bag. If you worked in the corporate world, I think this would be amazing. Okay, next bag in my Chanel handbag collection is the Vanity Case. I know that when this bag came out, boy, did it get some traction. Everyone wanted it. There's a whole bunch of colors going around. I absolutely fell in love with this color because I found that it was a little bit more unusual, and it was a color I didn't see everywhere. You know, I was seeing a lot of the nude, a lot of the pink with the nude. I even saw some of the, like the raffia, you know, basket weave type of ones recently. And I saw them, but yeah, I love the fact that this is an all leather bag. The fact that it's in a caviar leather means that it kind of doesn't look a day old. Like, it holds its quality really, really well. There is not a mark on this bag. I haven't worn it that much, but I have worn it. I absolutely love this detail up the top of the lock. I think that's super cute. There's also the key to the lock as well, and the strap all in the gold hardware. I think it's a brush gold, some of it's brushed. Now, I have to say, I wish that they made this detachable. Why wouldn't you make this detachable? I don't know. I find that with lunchbox bags like this, like a Vanity Case, sometimes you just want to carry the Vanity Case and you don't want the strap at all, just the Vanity Case, but you just don't have that option with this. And I think that if they re-release this, they would make the straps detachable, personally. This bag does not give very much, so when you're putting stuff in, if you can fit it, great, but if you can't really shove more in. It doesn't have the capability because of the structure and the stiffness. But it's in this beautiful mint green. I had the option to sell this a couple of months ago. I had a buyer who was really interested in this bag, so I was this close to selling it. And I'm so glad that that transaction didn't go through for whatever reason, because I had another look at it and went, I don't want to get rid of this bag. I love this bag. This bag was a milestone in my career, and, you know, sort of gives me memories. And I remember how long I hunted and thought about this bag before I got it. So I'm just really glad that I still have it. All right, next up, I know you guys have been waiting for this moment, my 19s or Chanel 19 bags. First one is this little black 26 centimeter, I think it's called the medium, in this black color. It is in the lamb skin. I have used this bag to absolute death, I should say. There's even a thread coming loose here because I have used it so much. The hardware is still perfect. The strap is not tangled. I love the two-tone. This bag just feels so luxurious. I have spoken about this bag so much. There is the big pocket at the back. It's got the gorgeous burgundy lining. It isn't a fabric lining, but you know, I kind of don't mind because it makes the bag a little bit lighter. In this case, the 19s can get a little bit heavy with all the hardware, particularly the larger sizes. I know my mum has complained a lot about the large size. and how she thinks it's too heavy. I carry the large all the time, and I actually think it's because what she puts inside the bag is really heavy. Just saying. But this is my 19. I don't know if I would ever sell this, just because it is becoming a classic, but also I just reach for it a lot. It's just a classic black handbag that is the perfect size, but never say never. You never know. All right, my next Chanel 19 is in the large. It's in this camel color. This is the old camel color, not the new caramel color. I don't know if this was called caramel or camel. I can't quite remember, but when I look at it, I think camel because it's closer to that color. Please don't hunt me down if you know the real answer. So anyway, it's been a while, but I still love this bag so much and I still use it. Like I mentioned, I'm actually using this one today. Oh man, it is a mess. It is a mess. Got receipts and everything all over the place. Masks spitting out, sunglasses just flying around everywhere. But I love this bag. I love the size. The large to me is the absolute favorite size because I don't like to fill my bags to the absolute brim, which I do with my smaller bags, but I find if I size up, then I put, you know, I have enough room plus a little bit more if I need it. Like if I need to put a drink bottle in, I could. But I usually don't because it's usually heavy. So there you go. This is my second favorite Chanel 19 bag. Second favorite? Yeah. There's a pocket at the back. The fact that I have used this bag so much and the leather still looks really great. I've mentioned this to you guys before that I have put some scratches on the leather in the past and over time they kind of wear out, which is kind of weird. But like I used to remember this bag was quite scratched across the front, but now, I mean, I don't really see any scratches. Also, a tip, guys, if you guys have been thinking about the 19 or if you ordered one or if you've got one, please get an insert if you don't want to squishy mix squishes a lot, because this bag is so soft, it will misshapen so quickly if you don't have an insert. I have pretty much had an insert nearly from day one with all of my 19s. I don't like to carry it without because I also find that when you hold it and you've got weight in it, see what happens? It pulls, and that will pull the leather. It's putting a lot of strain, and I haven't even filled this bag a lot, so you can see there, like if I held it by the top handle all the time, that would happen. But luckily, I hold it underneath and I actually hold it from the strap. So, but just so you guys know, this is what happens when you start putting weight in it. And I don't even have a lot of weight. See, it's buckling, pulling. So, and whenever I see that, I put my hand at the bottom of it to give it support and go, okay, it's all right, baby, it's all right. So that's two things to be careful of: the squishiness to get an insert, and if you're putting a lot of weight, what happens when you lift it like this. I think that was the problem with my mother's large. She got hers in a black, and she carries an absolute ton. It's like lifting weights whenever I carry her bag. And she was probably lifting it like this, and yeah, she also didn't like the length of the strap. It wasn't the right length for her. I think she wanted it on the shoulder. I don't know if she does a lot of crossbody, but she's also quite short like me, so I think maybe the crossbody was maybe too long and she wanted it a bit shorter. Anyway, so that's another thing, that the strap is not adjustable at all. So it is what it is. So if it doesn't suit you, if it's not the right height, then maybe think about a different bag. There are heaps of other bags that are similar to this, but not exactly the same. Like the Lulu from Saint Laurent, for example. And my absolute favorite 19 is this gorgeous neon pink, Barbie pink color. This, I hunted down this color for a really long time, and I thought to myself, is this going to be one of those bags that I've wanted and wanted and wanted, and then once I get it in, I can't wear it with anything, or I don't wear it. I have nothing to worry about with this color, and this really proves to you that you can wear bright colors and wear them on the daily. You know, you can wear them regularly. I used to think that colored bags were only for occasions, and you should really kind of, you know, buy a neutral or something like that. That's incorrect. I totally take back all my thoughts that I used to have, because this bag has proven to be one of my most worn bags out of all my bags in my collection. I just gravitate towards this. Anytime that this goes with an outfit, it is coming with me. It's the perfect size. I love the color, obviously. The style is really bougie but chic. I can hold it under my arm if I wanted to, or I can put it crossbody, or I could carry it by the top handle as long as it's not too heavy. Example, last bag that we just showed. This one I bought a matching insert. I just wanted that full pink vibe, so I bought an insert from Samorga. They are great. I love their inserts. I think they're really structured and good quality. They just take a bit of while to arrive. That's my only pet peeve, is that if you're in an urgent rush to use a bag because you need the insert, you're waiting months and months for these inserts. Apart from that, I love everything else about the insert. But that is my Chanel 19 in the neon pink. You know, this bag has inspired me to buy so many other bright colored bags like these, because I just think, you know what, pink works. It works in my wardrobe. It works with my skin tone. It works with the things that I wear, and pretty much the last 3 trips that I've had away, I have taken this bag. So that shows you that it can pretty much go with anything. All right, the next bag in my Chanel handbag collection is the mini flap bag with the pearl strap. I really thought these bags were going to be way more popular than they were. Yes, they were around and they were beautiful, and a couple of Instagrammers had them. However, they kind of just disappeared really quickly, and I was like, wait a minute, this is a really beautiful bag. I don't know why people aren't still talking about it. After I got this, it then came out in the larger size. There was a larger size to this, and I was kicking myself going, oh, I wish I got the larger size, because that's my only pet peeve with this, is that the only reason why I don't reach for it as much is because it's quite small. It is really small, and when I had my previous phone, which was the 7 Plus, it only just fit, and I had to sacrifice some other things to be able to make it fit. So that is my only qualm about this bag, but it is beautiful. I really love this pearl detailing. I think it makes this bag really classic and classy. It has a flat pocket at the back. This is in the champagne hardware, and it's so small that you don't need a top handle. I mean, you know, it's nice to have a top handle, but because it's so small, you probably don't need it. I fill it because I find that it gets too soft and squishy when I don't, so I do fill it. It does have a fabric lining, but you know, it's in a simple white. You can't really go wrong. The beautiful Chanel pearls, which are stunning. And then you've got the Chanel logo on that side. Just gorgeous. I do love this bag so much. I don't wear it as much as I want to wear it, and I think that's purely because of the size. It's just that little bit too small. Okay, this is one of my favorite bags as well. I've spoken about this in my most worn video, but it's the Chanel pearl bag. God, wasn't this a popular bag when it came out? It was everywhere, and for 12 months I was like, should I get it, should I not, should I get it, should I not, should I get it, should I not? And there was this dance I was doing with this bag, and eventually I had the opportunity to get it, and I was like, I'm getting it, I'm getting it, I'm getting it. and I have not regretted it at all. This bag is so special. The camera doesn't do it justice. I've said that before in other videos. In reality, it is stunning, stunning, stunning. And the pearls are super attached and of really high quality. I've not had any loose pearls or pearls falling off or anything like that. It's got, I stuffed this one just to keep the structure. It's got a black fabric lining, a beautiful metal plate at the back as well that says Chanel with the logo. Really, really simple bag, but beautiful, beautiful bag. And I've spoken about this before, that I love wearing this one with casual outfits like jeans or denim or, you know, that kind of thing. I just find it looks great on a Sunday, basically. Just the contrast with wearing something casual to something that's really pearly and over the top is kind of amazing. I have saved my largest bags for last. So the first one is the Deville Tote. So basically it's the Deville Tote range, and I love this bag. It is such a functional bag and I love it so much. This one is got the beige accents, and it's got white and beige threading in the fabric. It's got Chanel in the gold, which is super cute, and all the detailing and the gold trims are just absolutely stunning. This one I have bought an insert for so it doesn't flop around too much, but you can definitely take that out. I find that it still looks great, but because I'm kind of using this as a bit of a work bag, a bit of a travel bag, put a drink bottle in it, running errands, that sort of thing, I like to sort of keep the insert in there, because I find that it just gives me another like 6 pockets or so, which is really, really handy. I've spoken about this before. I absolutely love that these have the top handle that you can actually put in the crook of your arm, which is amazing. But then they also have the shoulder straps, which sort of go on like that. I have to say that the handles do get a little bit in the way when you are doing that, which is kind of annoying, but I think, you know, I can live with it. The fact that the handles kind of stay up is kind of good. The chain strap is super bougie. I haven't had any twisting or anything like that. I mean, they're kind of attached anyway, and they can be kind of swiveled. So I just find that you just get on top of it and then it's fine. But yes, this is the Deville Tote. I had another one in a grey, which I recently sold in my auction, so I don't have that one anymore. I found that when I got this one, I never used the other one anymore, and I kind of found that even I thought one would be more dressy, the other one would be more casual, but I found that I just always reached for this one even when I was casual. So I thought, well, there's no point in having both, especially both in the fabric, so I got rid of that one. Now, I did think to myself before I ordered another Deville Tote, do I actually need another Deville Tote? So, the reason why I bought this next Deville Tote is because it's in the leather. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Now, this one may not be staying in my collection because I actually bought this for my mother, so I have been on the hunt. This isn't the exact one that she wanted. She wanted the one in the more matte. The one she saw was in the matte finish. This one is in the glossy leather. I think it's maybe the goat skin. I don't know exactly, but I know there's a couple of different versions. But this one has the beautiful detailing at the front. I'm yet to do an unboxing for this, guys, so bear with me. I am still kind of working on it, but I just couldn't help myself. I had to just use this bag straight away. I'm off to Sydney in a few days and I'm going to be taking this bag because I have to take a lot of work stuff with me. Camera, laptop, all that type of stuff. All my diary, my books, my notebooks, etc. So I will definitely be taking this, but I may be handing it down. We will see. I try and be cautious when I am handing people or gifting these items, because I have had the experience in the past where people just don't use it. They just don't use the bags that I've gifted them, and I think, what a waste. I could have, you know, either sold it or I could have gifted it to someone else who would have appreciated it. So I, sort of have to be very careful when I gift my items. But I absolutely love this one. I think it gives a completely different feel to my beige, which is this one. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I actually think this is a little bit bigger. It looks a little bit taller, and I have a feeling that it's longer, or I don't think it's longer, but it's looks taller to me. No, it's probably exactly the same. God, it's so weird, you know, when a fabric is more stiff like this and not floppy, it tends to look bigger than when the fabric is floppy, because you kind of don't get an idea of the size. But this one, I think, it's supposed to be 41. Is it supposed to be 41 centimeters? I'm not exactly sure, but I think this is the most amazing work bag. It's all black on the inside. It's got a toggle. It's all fabric lining with a zipper pocket and 2 slip pockets. The hardware is a brushed gold, and it also has all this pearl detail like I showed you, and the diamantes and everything like that. My latest purchase, my latest Chanel purchase of this Deville Tote. It is so bougie. I feel like a Parisian whenever I hold this. That's what they call it, aren't they, people from France? Parisian, French people from Paris. Are they called Parisians? Anyway, what do you guys think? I have used it already a few times to lug my work stuff around and as an overnight bag, and it's been really, really good. I actually feel quite dressed up whenever I wear it, which is kind of a nice feeling. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Remember, if you want to know any information about any of the bags that you saw today, as well as any of the ones that you see behind me, you need to sign up to my magazine. You'll find a link to my magazine either on my website, or if you go into my Instagram profile, you will find a link in there as well. Please follow me on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. I do 2 videos a week. And also follow me on Instagram. I'm so prominent over there. I do giveaways, polls, and a whole lot more. And I hope to see you next time in my next video. Bye for now.